Everything okay here, trucker?
Hey, Buck. Yeah, I was just having a nightmare about Trisha. She was running and I couldn't catch her. It was awful.
It's over now.
What it is late.
I'm gonna
Go take a walk, clear my head.
You okay?
Yeah, thanks, man.
Nightmare, huh?
With your ears painted on, you heard the man. He's having a bad dream.
Not half as bad as the one under his roof. It's high time I woke him up to who you are and what you're doing here.
When Trucker finds out you're his half-brother, I can guarantee you he won't be showering you with brotherly love.
Hey, it's almost 11:30. It's kind of late for a business meeting, don't you think?
It's not business, Armand. It's personal.
What's up? What do you need?
I want to know everything you found out about Buck Houston.
Well, that was a pretty smashing Alden party, wouldn't you say, for one of those Alden events?
It's more like an inauguration.
Tyler was an awfully big hit.
Sure was. Slept the whole time. Wish I had.
You all right, Allie?
Casey and I had a fight.
Ah. I'm sorry.
I wish he had more faith in me. He said that I liked being married to you because of your money. So I got angry, and I hit him, and then I threw him out. What's happened to us?
No, it is not supposed to be this cold in June. I can tell you that right now. You want to get a bite to eat or something? Anything? You know, if you stop throwing rocks into the lake, we might be able to see a perfect reflection of the moon.
Yep. We'd also be able to see a perfect reflection of AU. Isn't it bad enough that we had to hang out in the Alden Castle for that pretentious christening party? I don't want to see any more Alden possessions tonight. Thank you.
Well, we could go home.
Maple Drive is built on Alden ground. Did you know that? Why don't they just buy the whole town? They already own most of the people in it.
Casey, can you try and let this go?
What, is Cooper gonna let Allie go? Huh? I don't think so. Tell me, Steph. Tell me, how am I supposed to forget it?
I don't know. I think we could find some way to distract you.
Maybe you're right. We should head home.
Wait, I was kidding. Come on. It can't even be midnight yet.
Nah, we shouldn't be out here.
I shouldn't be out here with you. That's what you really want to say, isn't it?
Come on, Steph. You just got over something with Cooper, right?
Yeah, a very short, unimportant thing.
And he's married to Allie. And here we are. Misery loves company, huh?
I'm not miserable, Casey. I'm here because I'm your friend. And believe it or not, I do have more than one thing to offer. Oh, my God, what a concept, huh?
I'm sorry.
What?
Look, I can't.
What, you can't have a friend? Or tell me how angry you are? What is it that you can't do?
What do you want from me, Steph?
I want you to stop being Mr. Perfect. I can control my anger and deal with it alone. Why don't you rant in rage instead of throwing rocks? We're gonna be swimming here soon because we're not gonna have anything left to stand on. I know you have really hard things to deal with here.
Now, you know what? Nothing is real anymore.
Is watching Cooper hold Allie's hand and escort her around the mansion like a rich socialite real enough for you?
Nope, it don't mean a thing.
It means that you're alone and Allie's with somebody else.
You know, this was all Cooper's idea. And I, like a total idiot, went right along with it, all the way to the justice of the peace. I watched them exchange vows. The whole time thinking, oh, it's all right, everything will be okay. You know, we're just doing it for the baby right. Sure, the girl I love marries some creep so that the Aldens can pay her bills. What, have we totally lost our minds or something?
If Allie loves you, then everything's gonna work out just...
No, you know what's gonna work out? What's gonna work out is the next time Cooper puts his pink, pudgy arm around her, I'm gonna break it. Then we'll see how much of a devoted father and husband he can be. Is that angry enough for you?
Yeah, it's a start. Except it isn't really Cooper that you're mad at, is it? It's Allie.
This is killing me and Casey, and there's nothing I can do about it.
I'm sorry. I know that this is very hard for you and that you're miserable with me.
No, it's not you, Cooper. You've been wonderful.
Thanks.
You know, and our family and our friends have been wonderful too, but it's just so hard lying to everyone.
Well, you know, that's because you haven't had the required Alden training. You know, how to be phony and smile at every social occasion.
Yeah, well, I've watched you. You have that routine down.
But of course I do. I've got the extra chromosome. It enables me to mingle just like Mumsy and Dadsy, the suntanned social wizards that they were. They were just like this. Darling, we must have lunch and discuss the 17-foot junior oil painting in his christening gown. It's absolutely fabulous for the drawing room. Then you grab your glass of bunny-eared champers and you dive into the next room to talk to someone else.
They never finish a conversation.
God forbid. One must always give the impression of being wanted by someone far more important than the one who one is talking to.
You know, thank you. If it wasn't for you, I probably would have never made it through tonight.
Well, you know, I guess I'm getting a few things right.
You are getting a lot of things right. Fatherhood's changed you.
Yeah, well, a lot of things are changing. It's hot in here. You know, maybe I should sneak down the hall to my old room and I can set the alarm, be back in here before breakfast. Don't know.
Why, ever since the baby was born, you've been sleeping in this room?
Yeah, well, you know, it hasn't been fair. Just you take care of the baby. That wouldn't be very fair.
Look, we're friends, right?
Best of.
Well, I could really use my friend tonight. Will you stay with me?
I don't want you near him.
Did it ever occur to you that he might like being near me, or that I'm helping him?
Then help him more by leaving now.
You're repeating yourself, cowboy.
And shut me up by taking the $5 grand and getting out of town.
I cannot be bought anymore, Buck.
And we have nothing more to talk about, do we? Only Trucker and I have a lot to discuss tonight.
Well, don't forget to mention that you've been lying to him ever since you arrived.
Oh, don't worry, I'll tell him everything. Trucker may wind up hating me, but if it keeps him safe from you, it'll be worth it.
All right, I'm going back to the Rescott place, okay? You know, the only reason I was here tonight was because Trucker was feeling lousy, and I thought I could help him out by taking care of Chris.
Come on, you can never take Trish's place.
Would you stop saying that to me? He doesn't need another wife. He needs a friend. You know, Trucker's the first man I've ever met that doesn't want anything from me, and that includes you and Curtis. I like being around him. It makes me feel good. You know, I'm not the same woman I was in Kuwait. Why can't you give me a chance to prove it?
You've fallen in love with the man.
I've used Ed Brody before. I know he's the best. When I heard that you had hired him to investigate Buck, I just naturally thought...
You thought that I was a jealous ex-lover trying to get revenge, didn't you? Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you, baby, but it was all business. See, I saw Buck trying to get close to AE through you. And as your lawyer, it's my business to look out for your personal interest.
Thank you. What did you find out?
Nada.
Oh, come on, Armand. Everybody's got a past.
Everyone except Buck Houston.
Uh-huh. Well, maybe that's what Ed Brody wants you to think. I guarantee you somebody got to him.
I assumed that it was you.
Mm-mm. Is that why you stopped the investigation?
Frankly, I lost all interest. Besides that, you know, I can't keep paying for Brody's restaurant tabs because the guy eats too much.
Get him back on the job, Armand. AE will foot this bill.
You're the boss. Nighty-night. And, oh, you know, by the way, next time, you really ought to, like, check out your playmates before you take them to bed. Just a little advice. Just a little. Get some sleep. Night-night.
So much for the first rule of being a con artist. Never get close to your mark.
Yeah, well, the second one is never underestimate your partner.
The one thing I'd never do with you. Though I have to admit, falling for truckers is the last thing I expected from you. The old Tess would have never let her guard down.
Well, the old Tess is dead. And the new one is ready to tell Trucker the truth.
He'll hate you and throw you out.
Well, won't that just put us in the same spot?
Only I'm gonna do something about it. As soon as you give me 5 minutes alone.
Then I'm gonna get something to drink. Hey, anyone interested?
No thanks, trucker. I'm gonna go up for change.
I guess I better get going home, too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, well, thanks for staying and taking care of Christopher.
Sure.
Really, thank you. You've been a real good friend. Appreciate it.
Oh, Trucker. I have not been a really good friend.
What? What are you talking about?
It's time you know who I really am.
I look at Allie now, and I see a total stranger. I see her on Cooper's arm with their baby, living in that palace, and all I know is she's left me in the dirt.
Do you really think that's what Allie wants?
Come on, Steph. It doesn't matter. Money, it's like a drug. It starts coming your way, and you think you're fine, you can handle it, and then after a while, before you know it, man, you can't get enough of it.
So what is it that you're really scared of here? Is it Cooper, or is it the money?
You know, she was crazy about him.
Yeah, before she met you. She doesn't look too crazy about anything right now. Have you seen her? In fact, she looks completely miserable.
Right, okay, fine. Then why doesn't she get out of there?
Well, maybe she's just as scared as you are.
Of what? Of what, Steph? Of being with me, being happy with me?
That she cares about.
No, I'm sorry. I don't buy that. She keeps telling me how much she hates this whole charade. She's choking in that house. And she wants to get out so bad that she can't even see straight. And then I show up and try to get her out of there, and all she says is, oh, thanks, Casey, thanks a lot, gee, but not now, later.
People who marry for money always end up paying for it.
Yeah, what, your mom teach you that one?
Please leave my mother out of this, okay? This is about you and Allie, and you would not even be here with me right now if you guys weren't fighting, so.
That's fair. And maybe that is why I came here in the first place. But I'm staying here because of you. My dad, he always appeared to be Mr. Happy-Go-Lucky. He was like the hip artist hippie. I was very lucky to have him.
Yeah, well, get this. My mom told people that she dated Robert Redford.
Oh, my dad. Well, wait a minute. No, gift. He had this autographed photograph of Jimi Hendrix. You know how long it took him to forge that signature? About as long as it takes, as it took him to paint an entire portrait.
Could you ever tell anyone?
No way. I was too busy pretending it wasn't happening.
I tried to tell someone once. This guy that I thought I was in love with.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
What happened?
He said, hey, you're a rich girl with a crazy mom, so I don't see where the problem is. He thought that money bought happiness.
That it makes the misery easier to take.
Yeah, it helps not to have a father who is never around and invokes all your credit cards.
You know, I still see you. You still get completely spooked out every time your mom calls.
Yeah, I get a knot in my stomach.
Yeah, Giff, he had the same as my dad. He had this really cheery phone routine. He'd call me all the time and be like, hey, man, what you doing? Do you want to come over for some pizza? Even when he was totally falling apart, he was acting like he just won the lottery or something.
Where'd you go?
Oh, yeah, last place I wanted to be, but I always trotted home like a good little boy. But really, he was really the little boy.
It's so true. They're just like children.
Yeah. And we've become the parents. Ah!
I love it when my mom laughs. You know, she has the most wonderful laugh when she's actually happy. And I remember one time she bought me this dress, this gold sequin thing, and she said I looked like a princess. Me in 8th grade, wearing this gold sequin thing with sneakers. But I kept it on and we laughed about it all night.
Yeah, and what happened the next morning?
Well, actually, she didn't crash until a week later. She was in the kitchen making pudding or something, and I put on the stupid dress to try and cheer her up. And I went into the kitchen. She took one look at me and threw the boiling milk everywhere, just screaming at me, where did you get that trash, you know? You look like a tramp. Why? I'm so tired, Casey, God. Sometimes I feel like I'm 100 years old. Shouldn't you be getting back?
Back to what? Allie doesn't need me. You do.
Oh, I really don't know how to say this, so I guess I'm just gonna say it. I'm the type of person that takes what she wants, and I don't really think about anybody else's feelings.
Okay. I don't really know what you're talking about exactly. I know that you've been very good to me and to my son. You know, we all have parts of ourselves that we're not proud of. I think people change.
Like you did with Trisha. Okay. Well, you know, when you told me that for a second, I thought there was hope for me.
Well, I think everyone deserves a second chance.
Yeah, maybe so, but I don't deserve the love that you had.
Hey, listen, God, I mean, we all do what we have to survive. You know, sometimes we convince ourselves that that's who we really are. I saw something in you that I trusted.
Can you show me what that is?
could. Hey, come on. Now, listen, I know you're not a bad person, Tess. I know that, but if you believe you are, then I guess that's good enough for me. As a father, I have to think of my son and let you go.
Okay. Okay, well, I'm just gonna go upstairs and get my things.
All
Okay.
right, all right. Hey, Tess. Just know that I've seen something that even you can't fake.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Can I come in?
You don't live here anymore, Buck.
You know I moved out.
Oh, do I? Do I really know anything at all about you?
I came here because I wanted to be with you. I don't want to talk. I don't want to think. I just want to hold you.
You hold what? I know who you are. And when I am done with you, Trucker will know who you are, too.